Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap. Like, subscribe, and let's see what SPY and Friends brought us today. SPY, another day, another doji. As you can see, 4 consecutive dojis. 455 is a very tough resistance for the SPY. Maybe bulls of SPY need some time to relax, take some few days off, retesting the 450 as the support, and then back to the next leg towards all-time highs. QQQ, another day, another doji, not surprising. Also, 4 consecutive days of dojis on the Qs. And if we look further back, in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 days, we have 8 dojis, which means the battle between bulls and bears are very, very tight. Now, we have Fibonacci trend lines that shows us that for now we are in an uptrend. As you can see, this Y trend line is holding the higher lows since November 14th. It was resistance over here, support over here. We have this green trend line that is acting as resistance. It was resistance over here and resistance over here. But there is such a thing as a good resistance, and as long as the Qs are inside between these 2 green trend lines with this white trend line in the middle, the way is up. Dow Jones trend lines, as we always say, we don't even need Fibonacci. Trend lines are our true support and resistance for future price action. As you can see in the past 3 days, dojis below this trend line. Bulls of the Dow also need some time to relax, take some time off, rethink where they want to go. For now, 354 together with this red trend line is a very tough resistance area. We might see this 350, 351 to the downside getting retested as support, maybe even to the 348 before the next leg up, before the next attempt to break up and above this upper border of this massive broadening formation. IWM, we have this major resistance zone, very tough resistance zone, this yellow zone, as you can see. Since November 14th, IWM is struggling to break up above and close above this zone. If bulls of IWM will give up, and eventually they will give up, another 2-3 days of failing to break above these resistance zones, they will give up, and then we will go back retesting this red line as support. This red line was resistance since August, then became support over here, and as we said, if bulls of IWM will fail another 2-3 days, they will give up, and we are heading towards this gap at the 170 together with this red line. On the other hand, if you're a pattern trader, pattern seeker, you can clearly see inverted head and shoulders. But patterns, you can see whatever you want. Anyone can see. Someone can see inverted head and shoulders. Some will see cup and handle. Some will see rising wedge. The only thing we cannot argue is with price. So follow price. Use trend lines and Fibonacci if you want to manage your risk and know where price might be heading next. Bitcoin still since November 9th between the 35,600 to the downside, this red line, resistance, support. Now the resistance is this white trend line together with the 38K. Until we won't have a significant move on the Bitcoin, short below the 35,600 towards the 29,800, or long continuation above the 38,40 area, above this trend line, and then we will see, in my opinion of course, 44 to the upside. And no need to mention that anything that you hear and see on this video and in general on my channel is for educational purposes only. Always do your own due diligence. Follow to get ideas. Follow to learn. But in the end of the day, it's your money. Take care of your money. Ethereum 21.35 area, very tough resistance. Now we have a double top scenario. This is the first top, second attempt. If Ethereum will fail to break during the next few days above the 21.35, we will see downtrend, and this double top scenario will get validated. First, we will see 1890 to the downside, and then 1750. CL1, crude oil futures, you know these trend lines, you know this channel, and we are still in a downtrend channel. This is why we use channels, aka trend lines. Fibonacci, because this is all we need to know where price might be heading next. What does it mean? As long as price of CL1, crude oil futures, is struggling and failing to close above this channel, the way is down. No need to be over complicated. It's only technical analysis. It's not rocket science. NG1, once again, another gap. As we can see yesterday, this gap tried to get filled, but bulls came in strong. Let's see the 4 hours chart. As you can see, almost filled the gap, and then boom to the upside. Now another gap to the upside. Let's see where NG1 is heading. Back inside this uptrend channel. Long continuation above 302, and then we will see once again towards the 345 to the upside. Apple with a doji, not surprising. This is why the SPY and the Qs closed at the doji. Wherever Apple goes, the rest of the market follows Apple. Look at this. Since November 14th, 2 weeks of dojis, which means this bull run is about to end. Some kind of a retracement, some kind of a pullback will be very, very healthy. We can take also Fibonacci from here. And now you can see 188.60 is the support, needs to hold. Otherwise, we will see 185.23. Long continuation on Apple, only above 193. And then new all-time highs. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Will we see new all-time highs on Apple above the 199 during the last few weeks of 2023? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know, what are you holding for long swings into 2024? What are your top 3 stocks, top 3 names that you are holding towards 2024? Let me know in the comments below. Educate me. Microsoft also, as we can see, slowly grinding up. Another day, another doji. Now we can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and now 368 is the support. Long continuation above 380.60 to the upside. Above 380.60, in my opinion, 417 will be next. Maybe not during 2023, but a weekly close above 381 and 417 is the next. Tesla, overall, all across the board, all across the big names, dojis, the market is waiting for something, for some trigger to put it off to the downside or to the upside. Tesla probably waiting for the Cybertruck announcement. As we can see, 232 is holding since November 14th, and 244 together with this zone, trendline zone, is the resistance. Long continuation above 244, and then 281, in my opinion, will be the next major resistance. Short below the 232, first closing this gap, and then down to the 204. We have a multi-top scenario on Tesla. At the 244, if bulls will give up on this area over here, we are heading towards this gap, and then 204 to the downside. Nvidia holding above the 480. As we can see, 480, very important area of support. Look left, it was resistance over here, resistance and support over here. Now, broke to the upside. And now retesting the 480 as support. Breaking down and under. Where price might be heading next? No need to guess. 465, 456, below 456, 423. Remember, more than 85-90% of all gaps that you see will get filled throughout time. If you want to go long on NVIDIA and you're not long yet on NVIDIA, wait for a trend reversal. In this case, only a close above 488. Google, 136, 137 area, all this area, very tough resistance. Now we can take Fibonacci once again because we have a new high. So we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. And there you have it, all the levels. Let's make it from here. 135.70 to the downside. Below it, this gap at the 132, 133 will get filled. If you want to go long on Google, you need to wait and see a bounce back, maybe from the 132 area, then back to the 140, and then, as we can see, we have a major broadening formation on Google. Above 140, weekly close above 140. In my opinion, we are heading towards this area over here, 150, together with this white trend line to the upside. Meta trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. I know I sound like a broken record, but it is what it is. Trend lines. As we can see, we have 3 uptrend lines. This one here, support, support, resistance. Now, needs to hold the support. We have this middle one from support to resistance, breaking above the middle one. Where price might be heading next? No need to guess. Towards the 370. If you want to be more accurate, always take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and there you have it. This area, the 329, 328, together with this lower trend line, is the support. Breaking down another, it means this uptrend is broken. And then 370 to the downside. Long continuation, as long as this trend line is holding above the 344, above this area, we are heading towards the 363 to the upside. Shopify, once again, trend lines. As you can see, support, 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 resistance, and today, high of the day, into the trend line. If you want to know in-depth candlestick analysis, how to become a better trader, not just a better technical analysis, but a trader, a true trader, professional trader. There is a big difference, by the way, between being a good technical analysis and being a good trader. Because once you put on a trade, anything can happen. Once we put on a trade, our emotions come into play. And this is how, and this is what we learn during our journey as traders until we become a professional trader. How to look at charts, put trades, manage our risks, and most importantly, manage our emotions. All this and more in the Fibonacci online program. Check it out. You will also gain lifetime access for support, guidance, and all Discord channels. Netflix, another day, another doji, still inside this uptrend channel. You know this uptrend channel, these red lines, we drew them way back, few days, if not few weeks back, and still slowly grinding up. And this is a perfect example of what I always say. There is such a thing as a good resistance. This red line over here is a good resistance. Why? Because it shows us the way up for the higher highs. Amazon 0.7% opened the day very strong to the upside. And as we can see, always zoom in, zoom out to get a better point of view of price action. If we zoom in to Amazon 15 minutes chart, very bullish start in the first half hour, and then slowly gave almost everything back. And this is why we had a doji also on Amazon. So for now, be careful on taking any trades. Why? Because doji is the most significant signal of an indecision in the market. And if the market cannot decide, we surely cannot make decisions. This doji closed above a very strong resistance area, as you can see. Now it needs to hold. Otherwise, we will see 144 to the downside and then 140. AMD, same thing, not surprising. Doji. This is the theme of the day. Doji all across the board. 120.80 to the downside needs to hold. Long continuation above 125. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Don't forget, 8 a.m. each and every day, we are going live. Pre-market technical analysis, Q&A, and ask me anything. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.